Hello there, I'm Madri B, your successful and profitable Forex coach and mentor. Today I'm doing a video on the time zones for trading Forex. A mentee of mine had asked me when is the best time to trade Forex. So I'm answering that question with this video. Now, the main Forex trading sessions are the Asian session, the London session, the New York session. Now, the Asian session actually has two sessions in it, the Sydney session and the Tokyo session. Sydney session covers Australia, and the major currency there is Australian dollar, while the Asian session covers Tokyo, Hong Kong, Singapore, but Tokyo dominates the trading activity. Then we have the London session, that covers the Eurozone, Frankfurt, London itself, and London is considered the financial capital of Europe. Now, this session accounts for, 37% of global Forex activity, and is considered the most liquid session, of all the sessions. Then followed by the New York session, which is the second highest, most liquid session in the Forex market after the London session. Now, in the New York session, you have the US dollars, and you also have the Canadian dollars as the currencies traded. And then you have, of course, commodities like gold moves very well during the New York session. Now, for timing, the it's believed that the 24-hour market actually begins with the Sydney session, and this starts from 10 p.m. I'm using GMT, 10 p.m. GMT to 7 a.m. GMT. That is the time the Sydney session runs. And then you also have, it's still under the Asian session, the Tokyo session, which starts from 12 a.m. GMT and it runs to 9 a.m. GMT. Then followed by the London session. The trading hours for London session is 8 a.m. GMT to 5 p.m. GMT. And for the New York session, trading hours run from 1 p.m. GMT to 10 p.m. GMT. So you can see that the Forex market runs 24 hours, and it runs now depending on which market is running at the moment. The currency strength, of those regions will be most can be most volatile because you have a lot of the users of those currency trading in that session. So if you want to trade, the Asian session, you expect to see a lot of activities on the Japanese yen, the Australian dollars, and New Zealand dollars. I want to see volatility, strength, and more activity for USD, Canadian dollar, and gold, XAU. You see a lot of that during the New York session. And of course, London session, you have the pound sterling, GBP, then the euro, EUR, and then the Swiss franc, CHF. So these are the currencies that trade during this session. And you can see overlap the timing overlap of this session, but then the best time to trade is actually the overlapping time that's highlighted, in green. That's an overlap, between the London session and the New York session. You have the most volatility in the market because a lot of the players in the market actually trade during that time. So this actually would guide your decision of what to trade. So no matter how busy your schedule is, you can actually pick any of these sessions and pick the currency pair that is most prevalent in that session and trade during that session. So these four zones, or these three major areas and four zones, are the major trading sessions in the market, because the trading hours actually aligns with major financial centers around the world. And like I've already mentioned, the dominance of the currency would also depend on which session is currently active at that time. So you can make your own plan to focus on high activity sessions, which is mostly the London session and then the New York session, or you trade the overlap between the London session and the New York session. So, what I want you to take away from this video is that the Forex market is active and open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, but you focus on high activity sessions. And second takeaway is that the London and New York sessions overlap and they lead to the highest trading volume and volatility. So understanding the behavior of each of these sessions will allow you to choose what works best for you, and you can identify the most viable opportunities for you depending on the specific currency pair you are interested in. So you can pick 2 to 3 currency pairs and then monitor their behavior and decide this is a session you're going to trade in. You'll trade these currencies and you get the most reward. So on the screen, you actually see the Forex market hours in GMT +1, which is the Nigerian time zone.